All right, there we go. Thankfully, I caught on really, really fast. The fact my mic was on. But hello, everyone. Welcome to game number 1 between the epic battle between Greg and Frank. Childhood friends, solved mysteries of the park together, grew up, grew apart, and now they stand on opposite sides of the tomb of the Spider Queen. This seems a little loud to me. Let me turn it down. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. Just a little bit. So we are starting. These teams are ready to go. I love we had a bit of a delay in starting, and now that we're starting, I'm just like go. We do go and have bans on Zuljin and Falset. We do have Lucio and May being removed by the Frankers. I don't blame the May ban. This is a team based on hot dogs, and May does nothing but ruin hot dogs. Have you ever gotten a Grubhub order and they put it all in the same bag, and so your soda is next to a hot dog, and you get it, and there's just this cold part at the bottom? That's May. Get her out of here. We do go to have Johanna being the first ban, or the first pick coming out of the side of Heavy Greg. Anubrak will be the opposing. Bit surprising. Oh, you could be unstoppable. You could go ahead and make yourself so that you cannot be stunned. Well, I've got 3 stuns in my base kit. Stop them all. We do also have a Raider coming out here. Raider going to be able to take advantage of all of the stuns with Executioner if they go that talent. Junkrat coming out from Randy Newman, and then we do go and get Gazlo, the Gas Lord, but just in the offlane. But this could be a 4-man's gas. It is possible. These teams are going so incredibly fast. I'm sorry, I don't have time to stop. And actually, I do want to talk about it real quick. We did have some map bans that came through, so we are going to not see Battlefield of Eternity and Towers of Doom, thanks to Heavy Greg. Frank's Furters decided to get rid of Sky Temple and Volskaya, and we're back to the draft. It's going to be a long couple of hours if this is the way that we're starting out already. We do have Blaze and Stukov being banned out and removed. Let's go, Whitemane. Whitemane is my actually favorite healer. That is one of the big reasons why Whitemane is the emote on my channel. Mobby posted Whitemane. We do also have Kale Thoughts coming out, being played by Magic Master. How appropriate a name is that? And then Synthesis coming out with the Genji. Now, I need to try to analyze these drafts. Very, 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 engage focused draft coming out of Heavy Greg. I like Genji. Genji almost seems like a response to the Whitemane. Whitemane does have a little bit of a hard time. Is not the most mobile of healers, and so Genji going to try and get in there. Kael'Thas going to stay back a little bit and trying to mobilize Genji and blow him up as soon as he goes in. We also do have the other Randy Newman, Randy Newman, coming out here from Taranda, or as Taranda, I guess I should say. And we do got the Rexar coming out. So it's going to be Rexar versus Gaslow in the bot lane. We do have the I Can't Be Stunned tank going into the stun tank. Junkrat going to be poking in from a distance. Probably has the best poke. I do think Junkrat is neither Rainer or Kael'Thas. Going to be able to engage that Junkrat very well. But the problem is Synthesis is going to have a hard time getting anything done. Because Synthesis is kind of like Genji's an all or nothing dive in there hero. So that's definitely something we should look into. But we are going into the game right now. I will get predictions up. Tell me who you think is going to win. Put your money where your mouth is, because we're on the main channel and we can still do predictions still. I just have to share. Okay, actually, real quick, let me go ahead and get these off. You don't want to see my cursor guides the whole game. Just because I'm a bad player doesn't mean you should have to deal with it. But we do have coming in from Heavy Greg, and it's funny, Q-Ball just said we'd be discussing LB options. That means Light Bomb. But when I first read it, because it was on the Heavy Greg side, I was like, thought to be discussing Line Bus options, and I was like, Line Bus isn't on this team anymore. But coming out here, representing Heavy Greg, we do have Synthesis playing the Genji, Randy Newman going to be playing Taranda, Randy Newman, different one, playing the Junkrat. We do go and have, Composite. God dang it. I hate when they move around. I can never read their name correctly. Composite. composite. No, I did not say that correctly. There's the thing there coming in from the Gaslow, the Gas Lord, and then lastly we do have Corrosive on the Johanna, representing the other side of the battlefield. We have Boggs on the Radar, Indecisive playing the White Mane, DJ Coldcuts on Rexar, and also DJ Coldcuts on Misha, letting Misha stand on a landmine. How terrible is that? Magic Master going to be on the Kale Foss, and then we do going to get a new Barak being played by Dallying Pig. We do have going down below. There's Composite moving forward, but definitely decides to go the other way. Taking a bit of damage, getting kited by DJ Coldcuts. Hello, John. Thank you. Welcome. Should probably not talk to chat too much. It's hard for me as a streamer to get out of the idea and be like, I'm a professional caster now. I only end up on this channel because of corruption. We do go to have Synthesis goes in, because that's some damage to Boggs, not able to really get all that much done. A little bit of a Genk attempt. That is one thing that the Rexar's going to be very, very careful about, because this is a small map and Genji is hyper mobile. Let's go ahead and zoom out a bit. Little level 1 talents. We have convection, guys. We have a convection Kale Foss. Let's go. I'm not going to try and tease them too much. Okay, DJ Coldcuts goes in and gets stunned, lots of damage, but won't actually go down. And that was a pretty good commission. They do have a little bit of experience lead right now. Big old kaboom, boom, 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 boom. Oh. Misha on the verge of dying right as Rexar finishes the hearth and just goes back and be like, okay, I'm fine now. Reminds me of playing Magic the Gathering. At the end of the turn, people that are just like on their death's door just instantly heal to full. Okay, lots of it. Nice double hit on the convection. Even though Protect came through, that prevents the damage, but it doesn't stop the convection stab. So we are up to 4 overall convections. Let me try and slow myself down a bit. It's difficult. It's not something I'm good at, but I kind of feel like you all should be able to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Dallying Pig up here. Dallying Pig basically being the real offlaner. Gonna be a little bit harder for them to gank Dallying. I say, as they just about gank Dallying. The man who shot Dallying Pig is, I guess actually is, does Junkrat shoot or does Junkrat like lob grenades? I guess he does have a grenade launcher, so that would be shooting, but there goes Gaslow, the first actual kill of the game. Synthesis gets pegged on a little bit, but not gonna be able to go down. They do go in, they drop out, I think that was 21 gems, or it might have been 11. The big gems, I can never remember if that's 5 gems or 10, but it was 2 massive gems and a normal gem. There's Dallying Pig going back and forth, a little bit of damage onto Corrosive. Corrosive goes ahead and moves back. I still appreciate that you got the reference, Rectar. Rectar? No. Let's not say that. We're going to move back and forth. We do have a turn-in available for Frank's Furters. Off the back of that kill they got onto Gaslow in the bottom lane, that does go ahead and give them the ability to turn in. We do go and have Dallying Pig moves back, as is DJ Coldcuts. They're trying to go ahead and screen this bottom turn-in. Although there's actually not that many gyms down here. They need to be a little bit more addition to top, but no one's currently trying to turn in. Who has all their gyms, is it? I guess it's Indecisive and Magic Master. Damage coming on Synthesis together. Dallying Pig down to about 50%. Trying to go ahead and get this taken care of. Magic Master does go ahead, steps forward. There is a trap trying to chew on his toesies. Indecisive takes that trap. A little bit of a squabble down here. Coldcuts down to about 25% health. However, even less, there was a engagement. We caught the very tail end of it as Tyrande goes down in the middle. That is a second kill for Frank's Furters. We do have the Magic Master moving back. The potential ready. We are up to 9 stacks of Convection. Here's the big thing to know about Convection. Convection is oftentimes memed as not a very good ability, but the biggest reason for that is it makes you play a little bit more defensively. You can't engage to kills quite as much early on, but that, like, once you actually get the talent done, it's really good. It's just very often the plays you have to not make before you get it done end up costing you. That does not seem to be the case. We do have Frank's Furters a little bit behind in experience, but they do have the only 2 kills on the board, so Convection is not costing them right now. But they're actually, Greg does get the turn in before Frank's Furters does. That awkward moment where I want to be like, Ektar, I talked about the Convection when it was picked, and then I was going to be like, oh wait, that was right, back when no one could understand what I was saying. There is Corrosive. Goes in and gets that taken down. Synthesis takes a little bit of damage from This Is Jimmy. What did Jimmy take at level 1, out of curiosity? Did take Ace in the hole, so yeah, it's going to be really, really capitalizing off of those Anubarak stuns. I said Executioner back during draft. That was not the right talent name. Level 10 advantage, and we do go in a Heavy Greg pushing forward. Boss lane does go down. That is the priority, because obviously when you pick up a boss, you want it to go through less buildings. Boggs is going to get this taken care of. Corrosive is in there. Does look like they will pick up this middle fort as well.
Shatter their constructs. Deliver the gems to my altar before your enemies.
We have Composite Santa. I assume that's what it's supposed to be. That's what I'm going to say, unless someone corrects me. But Composite Santa down here going ahead and squaring off against this Misha. Misha is the real hero, don't at me. Misha is also not a dog. We still have a full turn-in available. Almost 2 turn-ins. Like, they are 6 spider butts shy of a double turn-in. You can't obviously turn them both in at the same time, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, Cold Cuts. Cold Cuts did go in and get jumped on a little bit. There's the Genji. Genji does have to X-Strike in order to stay on that. Boom, boom, boom. There is the big old Gravo. And I was just in the middle of saying, like, they've done a really good job of not losing anyone. That's why they have these turn-ins available. But that is not the case as Raynor goes down, and it looks like we're going to lose the Anubarak as well. That is a double kill. Misha only counting for 1/4 of a kill. We do go in have Heavy Greg moving forward. Convection at 17 stacks right now. But again, this is kind of why Convection is such a contested pick. Kael'thas having to play defensively until it's finished. And up before, it wasn't really costing them too much. Like, they were ahead. They hadn't really lost anything. But now they've lost effectively all 3 forts. And Kael'thas is still not able to commit yet. Does not want to die right now. Lots of damage coming through. There is a stun onto Misha. Misha trying to get out of there. Down to about half health. There's the Genji, protected by the way. And DJ Colcut super, super low. That's going to be an end to the Rexar. We do have the White Mane ult coming down in order to try and keep everyone alive. 18 stacks on Convection. Boop. No boop. I mean, boop. Boop if you accept that the sound effect of boop is a person dying and not a rip tire exploding. And of course, there is that boss play that we saw them setting up for when they focused top lane. instantly, the red team will know that they're up here, and they may have time to respond. Everyone is back. Nope, they are down in the bottom lane, not trying to. I mean, Boggs is moving forward, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to clear the wave. They're not going to try and fight for this boss. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, kill boss! Big unstoppable trying to keep... No! Convection goes down at 18 stacks. He fought so hard and walked so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Convection back to its baseline, unfortunately. Damage coming out of Corrosive, trying to go ahead. There is the boss coming in top lane, and this is a boss plus Web Weavers. That was a blue turn-in, not a orange one. For a split second, I thought it was orange one. Also, to Alarak, your keep has been taken. Oh, the irony. I love that voice line, and I will do it every time. I do not care. Core damage is being done. The shields are scratched. The paint, or the shields are down. The paint is scratched. That is the line. Ooh, that actually may be game. With all of them going down, only Raynor here to defend. Raynor not able to hold this back, and the Web Weavers are pushing in. We do go and have massive damage being done. I think the other two keeps are down for sure, and I think the core does not survive this. That is game number 1 for Frank's Furters. To be fair, the convection going down was also the core going down, so it's not like the reset hurt them, really. We do go ahead and have, in terms of hero damage, Composite Santa coming out with 46,000 hero damage, doing almost damage and a half from Boggs. We do have Boggs, speaking of which, with 30,000 and 26,000 on Synthesis. There is going to be Randy Newman coming out with 39,000 healing, almost doing as much healing as Santa did damage. 37 right behind them on inside from the white main. Super, super even. That's actually only 1,200 healing difference. And then we do go and have, in terms of the experience, Junkrat does lead the way. Gazlo does out-soak his hated opponent Rexar by quite a bit, actually. 9,000 to 5.5. Okay, that's 5.5, don't at me. But I do have to say, yes, I actually completely agree with Jelly. The Gravos were 100% what did that. Like, Gazlo is my MVP of that game. If you remember, Heavy Greg could not get a kill until 10, and at 10, every single kill they got was the response of a Gravo. Okay, maybe not every single kill, but like 90% of them. I'm going to be a politician and say that, even though it's not technically true. We do have talents. That seems generous. Here they are. Copy them down, take them into your Storm League game, get all of the epic and amazing victories, and I will see you in game number 2. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a second. I do this, and then I remember I have to press the button to actually go to the next screen, and I'm not going to dance forever. I always do that whenever I come into channels. I think it says the correct ambiance for Cursed Hollow or the other spooky maps. To be honest, and my goth heart loves this. There's a lot of spooky maps in Heroes of the Storm. You got Cursed Hollow. You got Two with the Spider Queen. You have Towers of Doom. And it's just like so many, just like dark and edgy, which makes my heart happy. We do go ahead and have May being banned out once again, beside of Frank's Furters. Will we see who was their second ban? It was Lucio. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate you. We do have the Zul Jin being banned. I think those are the exact same bans as game number 1. I do remember 2 auto attackers coming out of the Greg bans. So neither team really considering it a problem. They're not concerned about the Gravos, which is surprising me. We do have Darling Pig taking the Johanna once again. No, actually Johanna was on the other side. One second, hitting the heat. Oh, Irby not saying hi to me? What's going on? Oh, that's Junkrat is the same, but because they couldn't have Johanna, apparently their second pick. If I can't have the unstoppable hero, I'm going to take the like rock and roll cow. Hello, TC. Good to see you. Oh, interesting. That's a very early Malthael. That is not something I see very often. Also, there is a Boggs coming out with Raynor once again. So similar, but also distinctly different draft. Johanna being stolen, and then Malthael coming out instead of the Rexar. Yep, Randy and Randy. I miss the old days whenever there was a Randy in every position. Newman. So we do kind of Whitemane being banned out. They did not like how effective Whitemane was in their games, and 100% agree with that one. Get that Gaslow out of here. Gaslow was the playmaker in game number 1. Oh, my lips are peeling. It's a problem. We do have Synthesis coming out of the Hanzo. I think it's funny, Synthesis has now gone from Genji over to Hanzo. The brother Shimada. What a wonderful phrase. Toronto once again being played by Randy number 2. I'm sorry if anyone's mad about that. The number 1 Randy has to be the one that's spelled the way Randy Newman's name actually is spelled. We have Indecisive on the Older Man Deckard Cain. And then we do have DJ Cold Cuts coming out on Dehek Dahaka. Oh, and yeah, Chim Chim is here. I had not noticed that, so thank you, Hoku. Chim Chim is here, so the Gaslow ban may have been unnecessary, but you know what? I do not blame them for being scarred. We do go to have the Blaze coming out. It's going to be Blaze versus Malthael the offlane. That is not a good matchup for Blaze. Like, the one good thing is the Blaze can avoid giving any last right stacks, because obviously Bunker will be up. But, oof, in terms of actual, like, they're not going to be fighting, I guarantee. Blaze is going to be at the wall hanging out, but I will get predictions up one more time. I will go ahead and get into the game, and I will see you in game. I already said that, so see you in game. I'm not making the same saying. I refuse. So coming into game number 2, representing the Heavy Gregors on the blue side of the battlefield, we do have Randy Newman playing the Tarunda. We do also have stop stacking on each other. Randy Newman playing the Junkrat. Chim Chim is on the Blase. We have Synthesis on Hanzo, and then ETC is played by Corrosive. Meanwhile, on the side of the Franks Furters, the Furterist of Franks, trying to go ahead and move us to a 1-to-1 series, because I'm always rooting for the team that is behind, because I want as many games as possible. We have Boggs coming in onto the Raynor. We have Indecisive. Oh, that was a double hit on the Tarunda arrow. Indecisive on Deckard Kane. Dallying Pig is going to be hanging out in the bushes as Junkrat. Cold Cuts on the Dahaka. And there's the Magic Master in the bushes coming over. Nice avoidance on Cold Cuts. Does not get hit by Chim Chim's charge. A lot of predictions on the side of Heavy Greg. No one believing in Frankfurters at this point. Randy Newman might be in a bit of problems. Okay, does go ahead and I like that they waited and we're like, you're gonna have to teleport to me. So they didn't blow their escape immediately. We do have I like the fact they've got Randy Newman down here against the Malthiel. Malthiel did win in transit, but it's going to be very, very hard for Malthiel into Randy in the actual lane. Boggs over here. It looks like Magic Master going to come and give a bit of an assistance. We do go ahead and get enhanced agility, so we'll be the race car Dahaka build. New habits coming out of the Blaze, as well as simple geometry on that Hanzo. Both teams doing the correct thing and taking the camps closer to the objective first, so that the far camp pushes during objective phase. This does very, very slightly favor Heavy Greg, simply because there is not a camp that Frankfurters can take to push the top lane, so they can't push the complete opposite lane as the objective. Heavy Greg is able to do so, as this camp will go top lane. Those do go down. A little bit of damage done. There is an arrow coming through. Tarunda at level 1 did take a Ranger. We knew that because it actually hit 2 heroes right when we started. It's going to take a Loon's Chosen at level 4. I know how to say a Loon. Alright, Cold Cut going in and moving this forward. Now here's the thing, I said that Frankfurt was slightly disadvantaged because they couldn't push the top lane. That advantage is very much countered by the fact they have a Dahaka, so Dahaka can't just burrow down. Lots of damage. Corrosive does go ahead and did actually take, I did not realize that, but did actually take Crowd Surfer in order to go ahead and get out, because they were definitely trying to box them in to this area. Nothing doing. I wonder if that was a snap pickup. I doubt so. It was a level 4. I'm sure they already had it. There is going through, not getting that taken care of. A lot of times when they're ready to win, they're trying to go in there. Magic Master is on top of them. Big stun onto Dallying Pig, and that should allow Synthesis to get out. Randy, I'm not so sure about. Nope, does escape. Does escape. Corrosive back here trying to fight the entire world. The other Randy. The Randys are everywhere. We should go and have a beef for dinner as ETC does go down. And Dallying Pig starts to channel because Boggs forgets to. Boggs, I saw you mount up. It happens, it happens. I'm not actually giving Boggs a hard time. And that is going to be the first tribute going to the side of Frank's Furters. Trying to get a little bit of damage. Here's the thing, like, if Magic Master can get onto Blaze, wins hard, but actually Chim Chim doing a great job not letting Malthiel engage. The big problem is the Malthael can heal up much more effectively than Blaze can. Very low on experience, however. We do go and have the bottom lane being picked up right as the tribute is spawning. And of course, there is not a global, not until level 10. You might be able to send ETC down there with stage dive in order to be a pseudo global in the future. Right now, it looks like they're just going to let these siege giants push. Dying Pit going a bit deep, distracting the rest of the area. There is a nice job on Jim. Jim did not get stunned by that. And here's a bunch of damage coming down. Very, very low health bars. The lowest being on Blaze, and Blaze is the first to go down. We have Randy Newman. Randy Newman being attacked by the Angel of Death. Indecisive is decisively clicking. Come on, you couldn't step away at like 90% just for the meme? Oh, I'm indecisive. Of course, Randy was down here. At least did have to come down here in order to stop this. The Sea Giants did do about half the wall. Are they thinking about boss? They do scout this boss and verify no one's there, but I think they may have seen that Dahaka was on the way. Greg a little bit behind. I'm going to disagree with Lion Bus and say go Frank's Furters purely for the reason that I want a 2v2. Lion Bus, if I remember correctly, it was the same bands as game number 1. Falstad and was it Falstad and Zuljin were banned out by Heavy Greg. On the other side, I do think it was Lucio and it wasn't May. I don't think. I don't remember. Gaslow was banned out. Thank you, Uncle. Oh, nice Tongue. Tongue gets on top of Blaze, and Blaze all dressed up with nowhere to go. That is going to be a kill onto Blaze as we start in this thing. And here's the thing, this will be cursed. Magic Master trying to go in for the entire world. The rest of the team not quite right there with him. But there comes Boggs. We do go and have... Oh, Boggs, you could... Boggs thought that was coming in. I do not blame them at all. Blue team is cursed, and here we have Frank's Furters moving forward, going ahead and going to sizzle themselves up some hot diggity dogs. Of damage coming out here on the other side. Yara proceed a decent job moving between lanes and keeping like excessive damage from coming in. Usually you lose at least all 3 walls, and quite often a structure. Cold Cuts gets pooped over the wall, but just digs their way up. And yeah, actually really good defense. Ah.
Let the curse end. Until someone wins my favor once more.
Add develop pickups, please help. Alright, bit of an invasion. I do think this is known, but their opponents are like, Uppy, you guys gonna have a siege camp? We'll take a boss? For that temporary delay, I had to give a big ol' yawn, get a little bit more air into my system. That, at least for me, is decently effective at carrying the hiccups. base is scattered by Tyrande, but they do not have time to get up here, so this will be a boss for boss. Team is for big damage, and we do have Randy Newman. Randy Newman being yet another kill on the side of Frank's Furters. They're up 5 kills to 0 right now. We do go and have Indecisive. Indecisive taking a bit of damage on his frail old man body. Nope. We are going to have a healer trade-off. Although it may be a bit more than a healer trade-off. We do go and have ETC. ETC is in the bunker. I'm not sure Corrosive can get out of here. Corrosive's on the wrong side of the battlefield. Just go ahead and slide through. But goodbye. The last rites are red. And these bovine bones are... Crap, I'm not good at religion. Help. It's not sanctified. It's like sancreated. But I don't know the actual word. Alright, nice job delaying cold cuts. Not gonna let this pick them up. They're not gonna try and fight into this. It does not look like. Boop. And we are up to another curse on the side, or another tribute leading to a curse on the side of Frank's Furters. There's that new habits coming out being like, can't stop me. Can't stop this dude. Do. Do you go and have Corrosive moving through?
I grow tired of your petty squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
We do go and have this being taken care of. We are 10 seconds away from tree spawning. We do already have the blue team in position guarding the approaches. Level 16 all. We're at 2 stacks of last rites so far. Subdue not yet finished. Though obviously Subdue does have effects even if you don't finish the quest. Alright, there is a damage on the Hanzo. Corrosive getting out of there. Lots of damage. Randy Newman gets taken out by Boggs. Boggs goes ahead and looking at the other Randy. Can Boggs get the dual Randy dream? Yes, as there's a big old lick that comes out from the Hawkeye. And actually Boggs is the one that gets them. Chimmy. Nope. I think Frank's Furters is offended about whenever I saw the band phase come out, I was like, you know what, it seems like both teams feels like they had that game. And I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, Frank's Furters kind of like, it wasn't really that close in game number 1. But at this point, I am agreeing with them. They definitely did. It was not the bands that were the problem, because they are running away with this game. Running away at the speed of game.
Red team has destroyed a fort. Red team has destroyed a fort.
That's a double fort, or actually a fort and a keep pickup. That's like a combo meal at Taco Bell.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time? Red team has destroyed a fort.
Unstoppable comes out. Oh, Indecisive should have been a little bit more decisive as they do go and get booped away. And there is our first kill coming out. Oh no, it's our third kill. But it's I feel like the first time I've actually seen them take a decisive victory. Boggs does go down, and that is a 3-0. As we do go and have Heavy Greg says, Raka, you said what? What'd you say about us losing this game right now? Oh, my best Taco Bell. It's a American restaurant, or American fast food restaurant that does not actually serve Mexican. It can be generously called Tex-Mex. But I live in New York, and New York is not known for its Mexican cuisine. If you ever come to America and you want Mexican, do not eat Taco Bell unless there's no other choice. But it's still, it's not bad, it's just not actually Mexican food. Yeah, I said it. I'm up here on the main channel making bold statements. We do have a double boss pickup on the side of Heavy Greg. Now there is core damage being done, by the way. We do go ahead and have double catapults. One of them very weak, but there is the damage. Okay, we do have Chim Chim coming back. Will they prevent any real damage? It's gonna be close. But it looks like the answer is yes. The shields do hold.
Destroyed a fort.
I love how aggressive Boggs is being. Boggs is just getting up and standing on top of people. Very, very good zoning. They just ran at the other team. Meanwhile, one person stayed back, and here is another tribute in favor of Frank's Furters. And admittedly, they did have level 20, so it's not actually surprising they didn't want to fight straight up. So both teams do have level 20 at this point. We are going to see Radiating Faith. No one can stop death. Respect the elderly. Sergeant Pepper! And then Contagion. Wait. That's interesting. You have Sergeant Pepper, but you don't have the level 1 Gambit Quick Talent. I feel like those two are supposed to go together. We do also have Shooting Star, Burn Notice. Decent show. Death Metal, Extra Oomph, and Bullseye. Kitty Move. I would say you're not wrong, TZ. Like, there are definitely upsides. There's a reason that it's as popular as it is. I just also, I grew up in Oklahoma, so I am contractually obligated to point out that Taco Bell ain't actually Mexican. But, I would say in terms of healthy fast food, Taco Bell makes a good showing, make a good argument. Subway is my go-to healthy option. We do go ahead and have them moving back and forth. There's the... I do love Taronda's kissy stick skin. Oh, it bothers me in game, but I like it overall. Both teams moving back and forth. Both teams respecting each other. There is a kill lead right now for Frank's Furters, so that does have Heavy Greg a little bit more defensive.
Gather tribute.
That does mean Frank's Furters might have an engagement advantage, so they just have to make sure they don't get engaged upon, that they're always, like, looking out for the other side. Ah. Cat! Leave things alone! Lots of damage coming through. Oh, we do have an arrow whiffing thanks to Cold Cuts. It would have hit, but Cold Cuts was able to burrow at the last second. There's a big old root coming down on Randy Newman. Boggs looking for that kill, not going to get it thanks to the Junkrat. And we do go and have the last rights coming down onto Blase. I feel like I'm having a Baja cast right now where we just stopped talking about the game and are talking about food now. I apologize. That said, oh, nice job by the Dahaka. Dahaka moves in and they don't realize the rest of the team is not right behind him. So that actually causes a retreat from Heavy Greg. They do not want to risk getting hit by this. Alright, there's a big ol' arrow coming out. Unstoppable. There's a lot of Unstoppables on this team. Very great timing from Corrosive. Corrosive waited to the exact frame where that Unstoppable went away. You're going to have Indecisive Cold Cuts up here. There are 2 people down, so right now, Heavy Greg gets the run of the map. And they're going to take advantage of that by taking both bosses. Malthiel cannot get there. I'm surprised Malthiel, because I'm pretty sure that No One Can Stop Death is available. So Malthiel could come back. I don't think that death timer was extended. Yeah, Malthiel, I'm a little confused. There's No One Can Stop Death? Okay. I was wondering why. Was that intentional? Did they actually send the Malthiel out there in order to get into pressure their opponents into overcommitting? If so, I feel like there's a bit of miscommunication. But here comes Malthiel. Malthiel is in the fight. There is a bunker going down in order to go in and keep this taken care of. Malthiel goes down again. This will be the extended death timer. And we do go and have Dallying Pig. Dallying Pig being hunted down by Jim Jim. Very, very low health bars, but low is better than no. Boggs tried to make that into no. Not so, as Hanzo goes ahead and finds an arrow. I'm entirely too proud of that. And there is our blue. This is our first actual curse. Are we going to have the turnaround kill? Man, I was really, really looking forward to Frank's first winning and putting us to a 1-to-1 series. I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm pretty sure the game ends here, as we do have a big turnaround level 20 fight coming down, as Heavy Greg take game number 2 and threaten to end our series. It says best of 3 at the top. It is a dirty liar. Don't listen to it. Let me get that fixed real quick. Ah, I can't type. And with that said, let's go ahead and look at the stats at the end of game number 1. Leading the way in damage, we do have Randy Newman on the Junkrat, coming in with 63,000 damage. After that, we do have Hanzo on Synthesis, being with 58,000 and 50,000 coming on out there, representing Raynor on the Boggs. We definitely saw Boggs getting a lot of value as we went through the the macaroni. Come into the opposite side of the battlefield. We do go in. No, that is not the button I wanted. In terms of healing, look at those Deckard numbers. Hello. We do have 100,000 coming from Indecisive. Randy Newman coming with 57,000, but 100,000 healing over the course of a 23-minute game. Very, very good numbers. Very good performance from Indecisive. We do go in and get 21,000. The side soak from Blaze outdoing that of Malthiel, but only by about 800 total. Talents, that seems generous. And this time we actually have full talents coming out there. So take them, copy them down, get them into your Storm League games. Get them with the... Wait, did I mess up? Was I doing it by sight and I screwed up? I apologize, other Randy. Damage Taronda did come off and did come in 3rd place, technically with 59,000. Love to see it. But I will see you. I will see thee in game number 3. Don't go anywhere. If you're up to your Rockalore, you will notice that for the spooky maps, I was coming like this. But for like this map, I'm always like, ah! It's a slight difference, but it is a difference. Hello, everyone. Hello, all you party people. So I do have some good news for you all. Unlike the first 2 games, my co-catster is here. One thing I always learned from HGC is that showing the pets is always a good donation incentive. And even though we don't do donations, I still like to do it. So we do go in coming in here. Lucio and May once again banned out by Frank's Furters, nothing changing. And we do once again have Falstad and Zuljin. Still absolutely no change from game number 1. And Darling Pig does get their JoJo. So first pick once again in Frank's Furters court. Game number 1 is the only game Heavy Greg had first pick in. Frank's Furters is first pick Johanna, both last and this game. We do have Hogger. Hogger obviously kind of has cheat codes on this map. Like, could take the Null camp faster than any other 2 heroes put together. So we are looking. I do like that Randy's taking Tyrande super early. Wants to make sure that their healer doesn't get banned out. We'll have to see if that is answered by Whitemane here. Well, that is not something I saw coming. That's not something I expected in any way, shape, form, or ideal. With the Uther coming out from Indecisive, as well as Rexar from TJ Coldcuts. But the Uther is the big one. Uther tells me that we're going to have a very walk into the other team comp coming out. A lot of beef. And that's already weird because I don't really associate Rexar with a lot of beef comp. Like, he is a bruiser, but... Oh, I guess if all your mans are walking forward, it's hard for the other team to get around them. We do go to the plays. They do realize that Chim Chim is in the game, so they do go ahead and get rid of that potential plays. Obviously, we do have the Orphea being taken out by side of Heavy Greg. I got distracted by my cat, so I didn't actually talk about it, but I did notice it, and that gives you half credit. So this is an interesting inversion of game number 1. Johanna on Frank's side, Greg taking the Anubarak. Yeah, my cats are super well trained. Like, this sounds bad, but they're just very relaxed. They're like, okay, we're doing this. Kitty, want to get held like a baby? Kitty, I just said you were very accepting. Kitty making me a liar. So we do once again have Synthesis. Synthesis deciding that he likes the older brother better than the younger one. And Tychus being the last one to come in. Tychus definitely going to bully this Anubarak a bit. There we go. There we go. I wanted to show it off so you all didn't think I was a liar. It's a baby Opera. Okay, Opera, I have to cast now. All right, and let me get off your screen first of all. You probably don't want to see me the whole time. Let me get predictions started. And then coming into game number 3, we do have our 2-0 Rainers trying to go ahead and not bring us to any more of a series. Let's not let them do that. Let's all root for Frank's Furters for more games. But we do have Corrosive coming out here on a Anubarak. Jim going to be on the Hogger. We have Synthesis on the Hanzo. Randy Newman going to come out here and play the Tyrande. And we do have Composite Santa coming out here on the Tassaface. Meanwhile, on the other side of the battlefield, we do go in and get Dalian Pig coming out into the Johanna. Bog's going to be going from one Space Marine to another, no longer on Jimmy Rayner, now on Tychus Finley. We do go in and have DJ Coldcuts playing Rexar, DJ Coldcuts also playing Misha, and Magic Master is going to be playing the Malthiel. This is not a Batman villain. If you don't know, Magic Meister is a Batman villain. This is voiced by Neil Patrick Harris. Let's go. Corrosive being the first one being taken down, and we do go in and have Frank's Furters be like, you know what? We did really well at the beginning of that map, but we didn't push hard enough. We didn't push our advantage. Let's go. And that's going to be a very decisive first kill coming out of the side of Frank's Furters. Offlane to Rhonda, interesting. Obviously, they do want Hogger to be doing the camp, because right now they are having to send both Uther and Boggs to take down their camp, while on the other side, Hogger's just doing it themselves and doing it faster. Hello, Eternal. Alright, looks like Misha did Hearth back. Composite having a little bit of problems trying to go and get this taken care of. There's Corrosive coming out. We do go to have the Magic Master being attacked by Corrosive just a little bit. We'll go ahead and get out of here. I don't think there's any more stuns available. Here goes Indecisive just in case. We do go ahead and have quite a bit of damage coming through. Although most of it is... This is just Randy padding their numbers. And once again, there is the Hogger diff. We do go and have, surprisingly enough, we actually have the objective being moved on before level 7. Just barely, but it happened. I almost never see that, but there is the defense coming out. No actual channel time obtained. A bit of damage onto Corrosive. We do go ahead and have a advantage in the middle in terms of that camp, and it does look like we're going to have Tastar. Nice stun from the Misha in order to lock that Tastar down. I think it was the stun from the Misha and then the body block from the Malthiel. And here's the other thing. One thing that's cool about this map is that if you're playing, oh, actually we have Animal Husbandry. I 1000% expected the globe quest, and the thing is, this map actually gives you globes, like multiple, like 3 or 4 globes at the objective, so it's actually really good. But no, we actually had Animal Husbandry being picked up. You can see the health bar just moving up and up and up. 2 health per second, 120 health per minute, but obviously goes back if Rexar ever goes down. I did mention that I was surprised to see a Rexar pick, because Rexar is not a beefy hero. This is probably the answer to that. I mean, like, we have a comp of really, really big guys that walk forward and are hard to take down because of the Uther. And this allows Rexar to kind of fill that role. We're going to have Subdue coming out, obviously not being hit just yet. There is Journeyman cooking up to 13 stacks, and Static Charge about 10% of the way done.
This is the last blow you strike against the whole.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised too. I almost never see that talent picked up. Because that's one of those things, like, I usually don't like to have the hero hovered right here. But that's cool, I can have it on Misha. Is Misha more or less annoying than Rexar? In order to see what it is. But I do like to know what that number is and watch it go up and up and up and up and up. We do have a little bush party going on up here. Up to 500 extra health so far. Oh, interesting. Are they looking at this Hogger? There's a lot of... Okay, they did turn around. I'm like, you're not going to be able to get that Hogger, not with where he is in lane. Now, this is a bad setup for the side of Frank's Furters, because it is very, very, very easy, especially to defend this wall. It'd be even easier if they had Junkrat, but Tastar can do the job pretty well. A lot of damage on the Magic Meister. We do not have last rights this game. We do go ahead instead get, I don't even remember what that is called, Tormented Souls. So, do we see a difference in the build? We do have Death's Reach, throwing Shade, so a lot of range on their attacks. And then, yeah, good, I'm glad. Massacre goes very, very, very well with Tormented Souls, and then the level 13 that increases the damage. So that should be something that we're looking forward to. We are going to go in and see the Johanna down here in the middle, going in and try and get this taken care of. Corrosive jumps through. We do have Synthesis, backing them up. Surprisingly enough, Hogger must have been a little bit behind in getting here, because we do have the other pickup first. We do go in and have a lot of damage coming through. Invulnerable drops. We do have Divine Shield in order to stop Molotov from going down, but only for a little bit. It only saves Molotov for a bit, and we do go in and have our first kill on side of Heavy Greg as that is taken down. This will probably convert into a Ram Rider charge.
Alright, lads and lasses, now we hold the line. Fight the other team.
They're still looking to move into this, even though they do have a disadvantage. Hogger is not here, so it is technically 4v4 for the second. But here Chim Chim comes in, coming in from the side. Lots of damage coming in onto that Misha. Misha does have the extra health, currently up to... I clicked a wall. Coming up to 860 bonus health. Misha goes down, but Misha going down does not matter for the stacks. Misha will come up with all that extra health. But we do have a kill onto the Uther. Oh, Cold Cuts, Cold Cuts! Sorry, that was a moment of silence for almost 1,000 bonus health. And there's Uther coming in. Lots of damage being done to all three walls. This is a simultaneously assault. Uther is not back. Will not be back for another 20 seconds. Magic Master is trying to fight everyone right now. I'm not sure that's well advised. They do go and get the Grand Rider in the middle down, but it looks like the top fort does go down under the might of the Alliance's assault. Also bottom. Am I the only one that has a hard time seeing Chim Chim and not immediately thinking of chimichangas? Like, I might be just a little bit too much of a Deadpool fan, that is possible. Oh my goodness, I was just waiting to call the Hogger death and we did not get it. I actually think Malthael could have gotten the kill there if they had last rites, but live and learn, then get loves. We will go to have our blue team picking up bottom boss off the virtue of that kill. The other problem we have with Rexar is that because animal husbandry is purely time-based, once you get reset, there's nothing you can do to make up for the lost stacks. It's not like late game, you end up getting stacks faster because your abilities do more damage or anything like that. It's just purely, it's time. Time waits for no one. And a big old boop.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back.
Looks like we have a second boss coming up, although Hogger is not here, and we do go ahead and have, oh, but Johanna's not coming either. We're not gonna get, so it's gonna be 4-on-4 for just a little bit. They do scout this, they do see that it's there. There is the, oh, that's actually going to cost them. Stopping to save the Malthael meant they couldn't contest the boss.
I've got eyes on our forces. Move in, get them out of there.
I don't blame them necessarily, but big telling big coming in there, lots, like, nobody move, and we do have that. How is subdue not finished? I swear they were all within melee range. But that is a double kill pickup for the side of Frank's Furters. Now they do have to worry about this boss and this camp. Like, their lanes are getting pushed like whoa. We do go ahead and get Thrill of the Hunt, as well as Wild. Oh, interesting. Wildfire Bear is usually a talent I don't see unless you're fighting against Zagara. Man, sometimes I get people telling me that PETA's going to be mad at me and they're going to call PETA over how I play Rexar, but I never set my bear on fire. Okay, I just want that clear. I never set my bear on fire. I deny these allegations.
Those hordes of savages have retaken their camp. Push back and unlock the cage again.
So there, now we do have all 5 members of our blue team up. Heavy Greg is ready to come in. Nice stun on the corrosive. No kill following it up, but
Our camp is secure. Good work, lads and lassies.
nope, that is Bestial Wrath. This is the full Misha build. Misha has more health. Misha does more damage to mercenaries. Misha gets to charge more. I keep saying that Misha's the real hero, but they're sure proving it here. However, there goes Uther going down. Follow-up kill. We do have Magic Master coming in here, trying to go ahead and hit the entire enemy team. Doing a great job. Actually takes down one. Magic Master's like, I don't care. I'm gonna kill your whole family. Does get kissed, but that was a fantastic turnaround. I 1000% thought that was going to be Heavy Greg getting another objective and possibly winning the game, but Magic Master just Magic mic'd us for a second. I had to check as well. I knew what it did, but I couldn't remember its name. Now we will see a push in. We did go ahead and have the 2 members of Frank's Furters died much earlier in the fight than the 3 members of Heavy Greg. So there will be a time when they can push in very, very aggressively. See, in total hero damage, we actually do have Malthiel leading the way, followed up by Hanzo. Not actually... Oh, they don't have level 20 yet, that's why. But they don't actually use their numbers advantage while they have it. Misha, no! Misha is nearly back up to the 800 bonus health that they lost whenever Rexar went down. Lots of damage coming down. Corrosive going in and getting this taken care of. Malthiel is back in the fight, so there was a trade out. They did go ahead and dropped off the new Barak. Malthiel traded out for them, but of course Malthiel is able to come back. However, we do have a ram charge coming out. Magic really wanted to just kill everyone again. We do have the middle fort most likely going down. I don't know if they can save this. And here's the big push coming down below. Anubrak has now respawned, so it is 5v5 once Anubrak shows up, but the level 20 is available for Frank's Furters. And we are moving back and forth. Decent bit of damage. I don't think the core is in danger. We do go and have a back off happening. It does look like we're going to have a bottom boss coming out of the side of Heavy Greg in just a second.
It took that many hordes to stop our cavalry.
Magic Master does not have a lot of health. He needs to be a little bit careful trying to move in there. Super low. He is kind of the finisher. We're up to 1,000 extra health, really 1,100, coming out of the Misha Shasha. Invulnerable comes down, not letting Uther go down just yet. Self-Divine, Best Divine. And we do have Misha going down, but again, Misha going down does not affect that quest. Lots of damage, but not able to just clean everything up this time. And that probably will unfortunately be the end of this series as 2 people go down. Malthiel not able to come back right away. Yep, we do go ahead and have game number 3 ends with the Alliance earning victory here on Alterac Valley. Let me go and see if I can get an interview started up for us. Alright, switching back over to here. So, looking at stats, while we wait to see if I am joined by anyone. I'm assuming I will be, but hey, interviews are not required. We do go ahead and have, in terms of hero damage, Malthiel, not surprising, leading the way. Did do a very, very good job. Able to get in pretty far into the enemy ranks, as it were. And just go ahead and get that taken care of. We do have 75,000 coming out of Rady once again. DPS Toronto showing up. And then Hogger does come out with 69,000. Let me go ahead and resolve this prediction. Yes, good job to the 99% of you that went for Heavy Greg. Man, that would have been such an epic upset otherwise. I'm hearing joiners. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
So I am joined by both Randys and Corrosive.
Hey.
Yes, that's correct.
Right, correct.
So, kind of give me a question to start us off. How you feeling right now?
Oh, feel great. We got some wins, and they were all really good games. I thought both, especially the last two, felt really, really close. I still feel
100%. They were scary. Like,
yeah, that Malthiel in the last game was doing Mongo damage.
I'll very much
okay, well,
I'll very much say anyone that was just sort of like watching and clicking every time again, at the end of the game, we didn't have any structures down for Heavy Greg, but that is not what that game felt like to play, because it just kind of felt like it was like you'd go in, you'd get a little bit of advantage, and then Malthiel would just live in your back line for a while, and then...
Yeah, you'd get him low, and then he's like 100% health instantly. It's like, oh my god.
But going back to game number one was on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I would say it was probably the game which seemed to favor you all the most. Did you have any specific strategy that you went into it with?
Yes, you saw it. That was what we've been practicing for a couple weeks now, and had a lot of success with, for the most part, that collection of heroes. There's a couple. When a couple of them catch bans, we have a little bit of an adjustment, but yeah, like the Junkrat Joe Mega Stall has been pretty successful for us. A couple practice games, so yeah, we kind of got to do exactly what we wanted, which was nice.
There were a few questions in chat. Okay, just one, but they were surprised that you went with Tyrande as your healer when you already had Genji when Light Bomb was available.
Yeah, this dingus can't play Anduin, so get stuck with Tyrande.
Yeah, I like Tyrande. she can interrupt turn ends. She gives us vision. Can save people. But yeah, no, Light Bomb would have been good with Genji for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I will certainly say that you were showing up on Tyrande. Like, Tyrande was number 2 in damage in at least games 2 and 3. I'm not sure about game number 1.
Yeah, I have to. These guys don't kill anybody otherwise. No, I do like the damage and like the single target. We can actually burst people down pretty well.
Yeah.
And, like,
Don't let him fool you. He's just machine gunning owls on cooldown the entire game, so.
Yep. So we feel band's just a front.
Fake damage.
That's right. No, the damage reduction with the owl against the Malthiel, I think, was actually pretty big in those last few fights, because once we'd shrink him and then hit him with those autos, I think that helped quite a bit. But I don't know.
Speaking of dinguses that don't play other heroes, I just have to ask, is Synthesis aware there are non-Shimada heroes in this game?
Yeah. You can't, I mean,
Definitely.
He's gonna force it, but yeah, he's aware.
I just laughed so much at Genji, and then he went to the other brother for the other 2 games.
Yeah, he's our team's weeb, so he's gotta live out his fantasies.
He's the draft captain, so he can pick what he wants.
Going into game number 2. Game number 2 was the one on Alterac. I think actually no, this was Alterac. Game number
Cursed.
2 was on Cursed Hollow. Cursed Hollow was a little interesting in that, like, it very much felt like I think they got the first 2 curses and were pushing. Was there anything specific you guys did late game? Did you change anything, or was it just it? No offense, but it kind of felt like a lucky team fight, and then you just rode it to victory.
It could have been. We were kind of adjusting to their. We knew they were going to be doing a lot of bruiser stuff, and even knowing that going in, we still struggled. But I think we adjusted well. I think Grosov can speak to it as well. He had to do a lot of adjusting as well. But yeah, he had to like adjust ETC, less flanks. But yeah, what you saw as the tank.
Yep. And they kind of overextended. Like Joe came out 1v4, and we moshed him and killed him, and that was like the game turner.
Yeah, we had a lot of a range advantage on that game, it felt like, so we just kind of needed to play it slow and just kind of try to keep our backline alive. And it seemed like we started to dominate the later game fights, like plus past 16. It seemed like we actually had enough damage to punish the frontline people and everything that were extending, because a lot of those fights, like either Joe or like Dahaka would just kind of like walk in at the back line, and we needed to be able to actually punish them for being separated from their team, which I think we did pretty nicely. And that's the beauty of HOTS. So if you stay in it, keep your structures alive, if you win some late game fights, you can really, get some bosses off of it and get a win condition. So I think we played pretty patiently. Nobody was going crazy or anything in comp, so I felt like we believed in our comp. We just needed to get the levels to make it happen.
And speaking of like punishing their front line, we'll go to game number 3, where this isn't quite Whoops All Bruisers, but I kind of feel like it's a team cosplaying as Whoops All Bruisers.
Yeah.
Good old convection.
Yeah, I think that's kind of their style. That's what we saw, that they kind of like to play, and they have a lot of success doing. And so it was kind of expected, and kind of forced us into one style of draft. I think we kind of wanted to go a couple different ways as well, but when you see the bruiser, or no, they're probably going to pick a bruiser, and you see Uther, and in like the other games, we just kind of got stuck into the double range. If they're going to do the bruiser, we kind of got to outrange them and just out-sustain them. You can't really. The other option is just to run meat into meat, and then whoever comes out on top. That feels more of a coin toss sometimes when you go meat on meat. So
That's right.
It definitely did. I do think the range served you well. It felt like the one fight that you guys decisively lost was because you got a little bit too involved in them, and you actually killed 2 of them before any of you died, but then the Dragon laser drill was just in the sidelines.
Yeah, the drill got some work done. But luckily with Tyrande, I can get some CDR off of it, which is nice.
Oh, very helpful. So, the last question, I always ask a variant of this. Why is your team called Heavy Greg?
Chris, we could probably take that one. He's been on the team the longest. He's muted, though. I don't know if you know that.
Just kidding. It's a disaster.
I guess I can tell my understanding of it was they were originally Team Greg, and then we've joined with Heavy Hitters sort of organization that has 3 teams, and then they've been giving us some guidance and practice with the team that plays in the top division, which has been really helpful to have Xanth, give us some pointers and help us think about drafting and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's now Heavy Greg to point out the Heavy Hitters connection. Is that right, Corrosive? Unless you're not muted.
100% correct.
Okay.
I will tell you, and this is completely irrelevant, but in one of the roleplay servers I'm in, there's a character named Greg that his whole backstory is that he works at Waffle House, and he just throws people around whenever they act up, because that's what Waffle House cooks do. So every single time I see you guys, I always think of Greg just tearing up the customers at Waffle House. So
I'm fine with that.
Maybe we need for next season to have some waffle portraits or something then.
but those are all the questions I had. Let me turn it over to you for any shout outs you might want to give.
Yeah, sure. Shouts out, of course, to the team. I'll let them. They let me join. I was my first year, so I had a lot of fun to play. Kind of got to come in and play 1 or 2 games a series, which was fun. Shouts out to Frank's Furters for an awesome series. NGS for doing all this good stuff and putting on a good show and a league for us to play. And then Psystorm Probes let us scrim with them a bunch, which was really cool of them. So did who else? It was also Spooky Ghosts and one other team. I forget. I'm sorry.
Magnitude.
Magnitude. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, we did a lot with Psystorm Probes in the last week. We saw they won their game. So it's kind of cool that we both won our series. So that was pretty fun to see. But yeah.
Okay, but I do have to ask, just for completeness, which magnitude?
Div B.
B West Magnitude, I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Sorry. Forget the name.
I'm like,
Sorry, Magnitude. It's a half-ass shout out. That's my bad.
Magnitude Aftershock. There you go.
Aftershock.
Okay, Aftershock. But thanks to you for casting, of course. We always appreciate when we get the games casted. It's always fun to go back and watch them.
Sorry, we couldn't give you a 5.
Nervous.
I know, we talked about it in the thing, and it's like, do you want a 3 game or do you want a best of 5? We're like, I want all 5 games, and you're like, well, too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if my nerves could have taken too many more of those games.
But very much congratulations. Very much on your victory. Very much congratulations on winning the division. And we will hope to see you back here next season.
Thank you.
Great.
Sounds good. Thanks so much. Thanks for the cast. Have a good night.
Thank you. Enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, yeah.
What would you not do? I might already be doing it.
I was going to say, it really doesn't lock you out of anything.
Okay. I've got a black cat, so we got that. I'll party with my black cat.
Aw, I would too.
Just like you. Yeah. Alrighty. Whatever. See you.
Oops, I cut someone off. I feel bad. Wait, let me see if I can. Oh, I cut someone off.
No, you're good.
Oh, we were just saying everybody's got black cats in their team, it seems like.
Black cats are the best cats, other than I also really like orange cats because they're just so derpy and amazing. But I've had my black cats for like 12 years, so I'm biased.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe we can make a new logo, a black cat mascot or something.
Aww.
You have a good night, Raka.
Have you
Yeah,
Greg,
have
the
a good
Waffle
one.
House cat? We're just making
Yeah,
this
there you
whole.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, and now let me go in and see who we are going to go and raid. I don't see. I know no one else is streaming NGS at the moment, so. You know what? Let's go say hello to Shiggity. Shiggity is currently streaming and talking about the match, so... Oh. Please let me type.